It's the question that everyone asks, and after 15 years, Joel Conrad has the data to answer it.
A lot of people will ask, so you do self-serve stands? I say yes. And they're like, how does that work? Do people actually pay?
10 roadside stands, 6 weeks, $82,000 in sales, all done with the honor system.
It would be costing a lot more to hire somebody to stand at all 10 stands all day for those 6 weeks. Like you'd be spending $40,000-$50,000 in labor, like paying somebody to stand there when you can do it self-serve and still make good money at it. So it's just the way that we decided to run this business, and it's working out well.
50,000 in labor or trust your customers? Joel chooses to trust his customers.
So we started off with a little tissue box thing, and that was great on our little back road. And then somebody took it. So we decided to put a little tin can out there that you could screw down. That was great until somebody took it. Then we decided to put a toolbox out there that you could lock and screw down. And that was great until somebody took that. And so everything is going to get taken at some point.
Every box got stolen. Every design got defeated until Joel got creative.
Now what we've done is we've got these custom made boxes from a friend of ours, and they've got a couple different locking systems in them. And also the big key to this, the way that we do it now, like I mentioned before, we build our stands on the trailer frame. So the camper trailer, we use the frame, and that means that we have a spot to weld to. So our money boxes, we've welded on a piece of metal basically that we bolt our money box onto. So if we had it on a piece of wood somewhere, they can just cut the wood out. And that happened to us lots of times before we changed to these metal trailers. So if it's on wood, they just cut the wood and they got the money box and they're gone. We have now bolted our money boxes onto the trailer frame, which is way more secure. We've learned a lot because every year we basically make an improvement to our design. So right now, if you look at our money box, we basically can't see any hole where you would put a key in, but then using a heavy earth magnet, there is a place to put a key that you can't see originally. So we've just got a lot of sophistication on our money boxes now, and they're borderline unable to be broken into. You can always see if people try to break into it, they'll see like broken drill bits on the ground or random bangs on the box. Like one of our boxes, just for fun, we put a fake lock on the very front of it, right in the middle. If you're going to try to break into the box, take out this lock. It's going to get you in. So obviously the first thing somebody tried one time when they tried to break into it was drill out that lock. That lock did nothing. So they just wasted a lot of time and battery power trying to drill out that lock, which is good for a little laugh for us because they didn't get anything. But yeah, a lot of work goes into the money boxes trying to figure out how to keep them secure. And we basically figured that out now.
Borderline unbreakable. But that wasn't the true breakthrough. Joel couldn't afford real cameras, no power, no Wi-Fi, so he went fake.
As soon as we put the cameras up, those fake cameras, and we put the under video surveillance sign up, people would start putting notes in the box saying, this is what I took. I took five $5 pumpkins and a bale of straw and a corn. They totaled up their money, and it's okay, thanks for totaling it up. We couldn't see you anyways, but I'm glad that you were afraid and wanted to pay. That's great.
The fake cameras changed everything, not because they caught thieves, because they reminded people that someone cared.
The thing is, most people, if you talk to your family members or your friends, most people are honest people and would pay.
Some theft, sure, but the math was undeniable.
So the pie pumpkins, we've always sold for $3 for a pie pumpkin. That's a smaller pumpkin, a little bit bigger than a softball, or maybe two softballs if you think of that size. Then a nice average size pumpkin that you would typically get at a grocery store, we would typically sell for $5. Then slightly bigger is $6. Then we go $8 and $10 to think about it. So when you pick up a pumpkin, the $10 ones, you pick up the pumpkin and you think, wow, this is heavy. That's how we would price a $10 one. If you think about it, it's a little bit less, but still a big, nice, solid pumpkin. We would usually do that with $8 and then $6 and $4. But it's not an exact science.
Do you get a sense of $5 and $10 pumpkins sell more because you only are paying with one bill? Single bill transactions, no change needed, friction removed.
What we do on our stand is we would never put a $5 pile beside a $6 pile, because then people are going to be thinking there's not much of a difference here. Why would I buy the $6 when I could buy the $5? And it's true, because it's not an exact science of how we price the pumpkins. We really are doing an eyeball test, and wow, that's a really heavy, big pumpkin. Let's price it more. But if you have the $5 pile beside the $10 pile, then you're like, wow, that is a big $10 pumpkin. And then maybe beside that, you have the pie pumpkins, because those are small. And then beside that, you have the $8 pumpkins. So if you spread them up and put the small pumpkins beside the big pumpkins, you can see the variation in the pumpkin sizes. Whereas if they were all sitting beside each other, like the $4 pile would look pretty similar to the $5 pile, and that would then blend into the $6 pile. It's hard to draw the line of that's a $5, that's a $6. But when you set up your stand in such a way that the pumpkins are in different areas, like not beside a similar sized pumpkin, that's how we can get away with not really having exact science of pricing.
Every detail designed to make honest payment easy and obvious.
We try to keep the words to a minimum, just because people don't read signs that great. Even when they're stopped at the stand, they just don't follow instructions very well. So we try to make things pretty simple. If you try to explain too much through writing, people don't get it, and it just confuses people. Even when we are there unloading pumpkins, people will be confused, like, where do I put the money in? Just put it in the money box. It's fine. But it definitely does say self-serve at the road. I think that's the most important one. People know that they can stop anytime.
Simplicity wins. Clarity creates compliance.
I have people just ask me if they see me at a stand or something. If I'm unloading pumpkins, they'll be like, hey, do you have that stand over on that road? And people put it together that, wow, these stands are all over the place. So for the average person that stops and buys a pumpkin, it's okay, that's good. I'm supporting a farmer, buy straight from the farmer's little supply. But this way, there's stands all over the place. Altogether, it's a pretty big thing, but then each little individual stand has its own little group, but people see the connection between all of them.
This wasn't anonymous. This was Joel's brand, his reputation, their community. Does some get stolen? Yes. Does it matter? Do the math.
So obviously some does get stolen, but that's fine. The self-serve model, I would way rather have self-serve and put more stands up and be able to do it that way than have to pay somebody to stand at the stand all day. Honestly, a majority of people are good people, and a majority of people are honest people and will pay. Even if they shortchange you 20 cents because they don't have the right change in your pocket, they're still paying a majority of it, and it's great.
Joel just didn't sell pumpkins. He proved something about human nature. When given the choice, most people will choose to do the right thing. Thanks for watching this video today. If you want to learn more from farmer Joel Conrad, you can check out the extended full-length interview, which I've linked to below. Until next time, keep watching, and as always, be nice, be thankful, and do the work.